Thank goodness, there's still time. Listen, you're in serious danger. You need to sit up. I know you must be so tired. Anyone would be after all of this. But after seeing what it took you to get here, I know you can do this. I am not going anywhere. I won't leave you here. It's going to be all right. Just imagine yourself moving toward my voice. Just a little further and I can help you. There you are. All right. Let's get you someplace safe. Oh, wow. Hello. Hi. Hello. What a start, right? It's been a long road to get here, and that was just one stop. Well, without any further ado, I am Sol Runeholm, and I am a traveling blacksmith Vtuber. Welcome to my debut. Now, I know that it's not really common for folks just starting out to do stuff like this, but it's more for my sake in terms of being able to measure my progress a little bit further down the road. Hello. My sibling is in chat. My VTuber sibling. It's cool that I even get to say that, you know? All right. So, without any further ado, I am, again, as I said, a traveling blacksmith. Or in Japanese, that's Tabi no Kajiya. I am human, perfectly normal human, I promise. I promise these are natural eyes. As a traveling adventurer, you know, you eventually accumulate some additional effects, but I promise it at least started human. All right, I am, without my boots on, I am 191 centimeters, which is roughly 6'3" for my American viewers, if anyone's actually watching that. Just so you see what I'm talking about, though, these boots have quite a heel on them. So with the heels on, I'm 194 centimeters, and I actually have no idea what that converts to. I'm guessing that's probably 6'4", almost 6'5", with the boots on. My birthday is April 21st, and where I'm from, this is actually the spring equinox. But as I've been told around these parts, actually today is the spring equinox, or yesterday. Depends on where you are in terms of time zone. I speak a number of languages, actually more than are listed here. Of course, I speak English. I speak Japanese at roughly a N3 level. I used to be actually a tutor for a little while, so I'm a little rusty, but my level is probably still around the same. I also speak small amount of German, Spanish, and a weirdly large amount of Latin. I know that's not listed here, but I couldn't really count it as like a spoken language. It comes up almost never. Yeah, Spanish. I learned Spanish when I was very, very young. Retained a I would say barely passable amount just to be able to understand when my more Spanish speaking friends are making fun of me, at least. Yeah, Latin is cool. It is a little bit more of a tool rather than a language, I would say. It's very useful for as a building block, both for learning other language. I really enjoy learning languages, so I've done a lot of dips into other languages. I did a little bit of French during my more formal education. That's really the only one that I actively left. I think it was really more of a problem with the teacher, though. It was not with the language. I actually really enjoy linguistics and languages in general, and I always want to see if I can pick up more. The entire process of learning a language and stuff is really interesting to me, and I really enjoy how people's observations of themselves can be shifted when they're speaking another language. I think a lot of people have experienced this where there is almost minor personality differences when someone is speaking one language or another, especially I think bilingual people I've spoken to who are not growing up in a bilingual household, like they became bilingual later in life after extensive study, feel this a lot, particularly when there's a large cultural difference, I think, within the influences on that language. I think with people learning Japanese, I've seen this a lot. Again, I used to work as a tutor for both for Japanese students learning English and also for English speakers speaking Japanese, and I would see this a lot going both ways, or they almost felt like there was a little bit of a personality difference, not just a linguistic one. And also, quite famously, I've seen so many clips of people speaking in another language and finding that their vocals or their even the depth of their voice is a little bit different. So I just find all of that stuff extremely cool. And I didn't mention it, but my actually, speaking of Japanese, the Japanese katakana spelling of my name is right here on this this card. This is my rendition, as I suppose, that is from the Adventurers Guild. I'm actually working temporarily as a rescue team member, as you can see from my little opening. The illustration that's done on here is also done by my VTuber mama. It was done by the wonderful Dagmel. And it's also my profile picture on X, Blue Sky, YouTube, all of those. In full color. All right. Moving on to the next. Just getting the various VTuber things out of the way. Yeah, let's go. I absolutely love Dagmel's art. It's absolutely wonderful. I could not be more proud to have joined the ranks of her VTuber children. So getting started with the this various VTuber things. I called it that because I feel like there's not a specific name for all of this sort of group. Yes, join us. So hashtags, general, just my name, hashtag Sol Runeholm, and fan art is runescriptions. I had to actually go and check and make sure that this was available on X. I know X/Twitter hashtags are basically non-functional nowadays, but it's there if anyone wants to use it anytime down the line. I would be absolutely honored to be drawn by pretty much anyone. Even if it's just a little doodle, I will be ecstatic. I have a small fridge behind me. I will print it out. For a live tag, I haven't decided whether I actually want to have a live tag. I don't know how much use it'll get, but if there's use for it, I will decide upon it in the 2.0, at least for now, and then that'll be a temporary decision. For Oshi marks, I have the sun emoji and the crossed hammer emojis. There's actually a mallet and a hammer, but something that I accidentally stumbled upon when I was trying to find Oshi marks. First of all, interesting experience going and comparing a lot of what other people are doing, but also there are a crazy amount of sun emojis that I was just unaware of. So there's like minor variations. This is the one that I felt like was the most like normal, but I really hope that it doesn't cause any issues. But I'll actually explain real quick why I chose the sun. My name, Sol, means sun in actually several different languages. As I was speaking before about, I really like languages. Sol is I wouldn't say it's a common name, but it's a name in both Norwegian and Spanish-speaking countries. I know for absolutely bare minimum, and it's also in both of those cultures. It's associated pretty heavily with the sun, and I do know actually that I actually know at least one other Sol who's actually a good friend of mine, but with a different spelling. That's the pronunciation is the same as their last name. It's a very common last name and first name in Korean of Sol, which is a completely different spelling. All right, let's move to the next. Music. All right, look at that wall. I am the classic I'll do a little bit of everything guy. I actually really like a lot of different genres of music, and this list was compiled directly from things that were on my phone in playlists that I listen to every day, both on Spotify and other places. And so I just kind of made my way down the list. A lot of these people are people I look up to very much in terms of music and vocals. Particularly, I really, really wish, like, if I could learn to sing like Daughtry, I would be really happy. I really like how his voice sounds, and I don't know if I would necessarily even do the even similar themes, but I just really like how his voice sounds. Especially, I don't know if you've ever heard some of his covers. I think sounds very interesting. But yeah, we've got a very wide variety of genres here, and I would say I didn't even scratch more than halfway down probably the potential list that I could have put. I have a lot of video game OSTs and movie OSTs as well. I know I noted that down right there. But the vast majority of the music that I listen to, in terms of the actual time spent listening to it, is probably still OSTs, because they're fantastic to work to. And I, for better or for worse, I'm spending quite a bit of time working, so the OSTs keep me company. For ones that I think I've been listening to a lot recently again, I circled back around to the Xenoblade 3 OST and some of the Halo OST, especially while I was working on prep for debut. It was a lot of music from those different series. Okay. Let me move on. I will go into more detail on some of this, by the way, whenever I do my debut 2.0. Favorite games and series. Again, a giant wall. I'm not going to go and read down the list, but just some of my particular favorites. Among the favorites, absolutely Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Probably one of the very first, if not the very first game that I played that made me cry was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time. This was before Explorers of Sky was out, so I know it's a lot more complete game, but it was one of the very first that made me cry. Yes, AI Somnium Files, absolutely. Probably one of my favorite games that's come out in terms of like character writing, and also like the dubbing is really, really surprisingly good. Both I really enjoy both the English and the Japanese vocal performances. I think they did an absolutely fantastic job, like a very much above average dub. I really highly recommend if anyone ever comes across this and wants to check it out. I cannot recommend it strongly enough. Another one, I know that this is going to be extremely obscure for a lot of people. Chrome Hounds. So Chrome Hounds is right over here. Chrome Hounds is actually a FromSoft game. It's probably a FromSoft game that no one's ever heard of. It's from, I think, vaguely 2006 era mecha game. But not Armored Core. It's actually a very different style than Armored Core. Had a really, really interesting like mech customization system and very like strategic sort of style. Very different than a lot of the games that come out from them nowadays. It was just a lot of good memories with that game. I never got to play it when the multiplayer was live, but I really truly enjoyed even the single player experience. It was a lot of fun. And then of course Baldur's Gate. I am a long-term forever DM. I really enjoyed getting to play Baldur's Gate with friends and then going through and having them comparing me directly with my DMing versus the Baldur's Gate game. And that's I know that's a really weird thing to say, but actually the game is such a good analogy, I guess, or so strongly analogous to D&D directly, that it was very influential on the way that I started changing some of the house rules that I use when I'm DMing, and it was really fun. I think I had like a 120 plus hour save file though, so it's not for the faint-hearted. I'm definitely a JRPG kind of guy. I definitely play a lot of JRPGs, a lot of SRPGs as well. So things like Fire Emblem. All right, and let's move on. I will come back to some of these in more detail and tell some stories when I do the 2.0. Credits. I promise this isn't the last slide, by the way. Credits. Dagmel obviously is my VTuber mom, but also the designer for my character design and did the key art, which is visible in my banner on, I think, all of my social media, and also in the thumbnail for this video, as well as the original debut announcement. And obviously, as we talked about earlier, I also did my profile picture, and the not listed here is also the black and white sketch of the actually, I can go back and show it real quick. The black and white sketch of me I used on this slide. And my rigger is Curiosity. I'm fairly certain that that is the pronunciation. I've actually never said it out loud, but I'm pretty sure that that's correct. Did an absolutely fantastic job on my rigging. As you can see, I have all sorts of movement and all sorts of fun little things that were added in the correspondence between Dagmel, Curiosity, and I, adding a whole bunch of different things that I'm really excited to show off later down the line. And for my stinger, if you didn't see my stinger, I can show it to you just real quick. This animation was done by a absolutely incredibly talented animator and someone that I consider a good friend, Tarko Annie, or Tarko, and it was originally not going to be done, but obviously I had to delay my debut quite a bit, so I'm super happy to be able to show that off, because I think it is incredibly cool. I could not be happier with it. It's really cool. And last but absolutely not least, Miyu Kiko did the art that's used at the very end of that opening video, and it's also in my ending screen. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick, just so people remember what I'm talking about. There always has to be some kind of scuff. I forgot to add my mic source to that scene. But absolutely fantastic piece of art. I really like how well it captured sort of the vibe that I was going for, and I'm really happy that it was able to be used, because I was actually really worried that originally, again, when I was planning all of this for my original debut date, which was long ago back, but a lot of these things were just finishing up, and I had originally had 2 other things out that had to be canceled due to, unfortunately, one of the artists getting very ill. So those will be still coming down the line once they've recovered. And everything else in terms of like the background, the video, and the little assets that I've used, all of those were made by me. No, by no means a graphic designer, but I am a software developer, so I've dipped a little bit into that realm every so often, and so I made a good chunk of the assets, and I will be showing off a few more of those again on the 2.0. All right. So upcoming content. This is more of me just talking about like what exactly am I even going to be doing here. So my content for the foreseeable future, at least, is going to be split roughly 60-40 between video Let's Play content and live streams. I am full-time employed, so it's easier for me to work around my schedule and actually keep up consistency that way. So I'm going to be recording things in batches, and then I will put out those on the days that I'm not streaming, at least most weeks. Mostly going to focus on gaming and software development content, but as you see, I dabble a little bit in doing some little bit of lore writing and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be touching on that more in some future streams. One of the streams that'll be on my schedule that's coming out on Monday is going to be live, going to be coding a YouTube chat for use on my live streams. So I've actually done this before, so I'm pretty confident we can get it to work, and we'll do that live sometime next week. I would have loved to have had my schedule ready for today, but unfortunately, in terms of my work stuff, I had to wait for a date that I'm going to get on Monday. Then I can plan things out more concretely. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a couple of working streams like that, making assets and tools for stream, because I feel like as a person who's watched VTubers for a long time, I think that a lot of times stuff like that doesn't really show up on stream all that often. I know a lot of artists will stream them making art, but I feel like there's only a very small handful of people that stream the code aspect or the like asset making aspects of a lot of the stuff that VTubers use. So I think that it'll be a fun thing to do every once in a while. Although I do need to make sure that I've got all my ducks in a row, because I know people can be quite critical of the code done on stream. But yeah, so taking a hybrid content approach, I guess, is just more of a reiteration of my first point there. I'm going to be splitting a lot of my content between recorded content and live streams. Basically, we'll be doing recording in batches and then putting those out on the days that I'm not able to stream, or if I need a work day for working on something else that I'm not going to be streaming, then I will have basically a reservoir of stuff to put out. Yeah, I really have not seen more than I can think of, maybe a handful of creators that, and I mean really, like, I can count on one hand the number of people I've seen actually doing like development of assets or like widgets or stuff on stream. It's very surprising to me, actually, because I think that a lot of people that have the skills to do that are absolutely people who generally would probably be comfortable streaming in terms of like tech savviness, I guess. As a sort of like final wrap-up announcement, I know this has been a very short stream, but I do expect that the majority of the people that will end up watching this will end up watching it as a video, so I'm keeping it a little bit short. My sort of final announcement, as I said, I'm going to be doing a 2.0. So going over some of the things that are on these slides and some additional stuff. And that will be happening in the first half of next week. I unfortunately don't have the exact date, but the exact date will be on my schedule that will be coming out on Monday. And I believe that's it. So thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you early next week. I'm really excited to get started. I've been in the works for a long time getting ready for this, and I'm just really, really excited to kind of get off the ground. So I really appreciate everybody that ends up watching this, and I am really excited to see everybody come next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.